Welcome back to Aspire to Health. Have you ever wondered why you reach for that bar of chocolate even when you're saving up for something special? Well, you're not alone in this battle between impulsivity and decision-making. We often find ourselves in this tug of war between immediate gratification and delayed rewards. Let's delve into the realm of neuroscience to understand this better. Recent research at the Ruhr University Bochum has shed some intriguing light on this subject. It seems our brains light up differently when making decisions about food versus money, indicating distinct underlying mechanisms at play. Imagine you're faced with a choice between a delicious, immediate food reward, let's say a piece of cake, and waiting for a larger secondary reward, like money. The scientists found that we tend to lean towards the immediate food reward. In contrast, when it comes to money, we seem more willing to wait for a larger sum. This impulse to grab the cake and wait for more money suggests that different parts of our brain are engaged in these decisions. The brain regions responsible for monitoring actions are more involved when we decide about money, while impulsive decisions are more common with food rewards. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for that slice of pizza when you should be saving up for a new gadget, remember, it's not just a lack of willpower. It's your brain wired to prefer immediate gratification when it comes to food. Turns out, your brain might be wired to pick that immediate slice of pizza over saving up for a new gadget. So, what's happening in our brains when we're faced with these decisions? Well, let's dive into the science behind impulsivity. When we're met with a choice, our brains go into overdrive, and different regions light up depending on what's at stake. When our decision involves food, it's like our brain hits the fast forward button. We're more likely to choose an immediate food reward over a delayed one. It's as if our brain sees food and says, "I want it, and I want it now." This is what we call an impulsive decision. The region of the brain that's particularly active during these food decisions is the ventromedial prefrontal cortex. This area is responsible for evaluating rewards and making choices based on immediate gratification. It's like the impatient child within our brain, always eager for the here and now. But what about when our decision involves money? Interestingly, our brain seems to switch gears. Instead of rushing towards an immediate reward, we're more inclined to wait for a larger sum of money. It's as if our brain sees the potential for more and decides, "I can wait a bit longer for that." In these money decisions, there's a different region of the brain that steps into the spotlight, the dorsal striatum. This area is responsible for monitoring our actions and adjusting our behavior based on potential rewards. It's like the wise old sage within our brain, always planning for the future. So, while our brain might rush towards an immediate food reward, it's more patient when it comes to money. It's as if our brain has two different circuits, each with its own unique way of handling decisions. But here's where it gets really interesting. These brain activation patterns aren't just random. They're revealing the very mechanisms of impulsivity in our brain. They're showing us the neuroscience behind why we make the choices we do. In simple terms, our brain seems to have a different circuit for food and money decisions. But what does this mean for us and our decision-making, you may ask? The implications of our impulsive nature and its impact on our decision-making process are profound. By understanding the mechanisms underlying our impulsivity, we can learn to make better, more informed decisions. Let's delve into this a bit more. We now know that our brains process decisions about immediate rewards, like food, differently from those involving delayed rewards, like money. This knowledge can serve as a powerful tool. By recognizing the different ways our brains respond to various types of rewards, we can begin to understand why we might choose a slice of cake over a healthier option, or why we might impulsively spend money instead of saving it for a rainy day. But this isn't just about cake or money. It's about the broader impact of our impulsive behaviors. The same mechanisms that make us choose immediate gratification over long-term rewards can also lead us down the path of addictive behaviors. Whether it's food, shopping, gambling, or substance abuse, understanding these impulses can help us recognize and manage such behaviors. Imagine what this could mean for our society. If we could harness this understanding, we might be able to design educational programs that teach young people about the science of impulsivity. We could develop therapies to help individuals struggling with addiction. We could even use these insights to influence policy, creating environments that encourage healthier, more thoughtful decision-making. On a personal level, understanding our impulsive nature can help us become more mindful of our decisions. It can help us resist the lure of instant gratification and choose options that are better for us in the long run. It can empower us to take control of our actions rather than being driven by our impulses. The implications of our impulsive nature are far-reaching. But as we continue to delve into the science of decision-making, we're gaining valuable insights that can help us navigate this complex landscape. Recognizing these patterns can be the first step towards making more mindful decisions. So, how can we use this knowledge to our advantage? Well, let's start by acknowledging the power of understanding our brain's workings. It's like having a map of a complex city, isn't it? If we comprehend the routes our brain takes when making decisions, we can influence the direction. Let's consider a day-to-day situation. Imagine standing in front of a donut shop, wrestling with the decision to indulge or not. Now, use the knowledge of your brain's impulsive tendencies towards immediate food rewards. If you're aware of this, you can consciously decide to resist the temptation and choose a healthier alternative. Similarly, when it comes to finances, you might be tempted to spend your money immediately on something you want rather than need. But remember, your brain is more patient with money. It's willing to wait for a larger sum. Use this to your advantage. Save more, spend less, and focus on long-term financial goals. And here's a tip. Practice mindfulness. It's a powerful tool that helps us become more aware of our impulses and reactions. By being present and attentive to our thoughts and feelings, we can better resist impulsive decisions and focus on what truly matters in the long run. Let's also not forget the importance of setting clear, tangible goals. They can serve as a beacon, guiding us towards long-term rewards and away from immediate, often fleeting, gratification. Ultimately, understanding our brain's workings can empower us to make decisions that align more closely with our long-term goals. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel as we continue to aspire to health.